So hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to another edition of Talking Star Wars. I am, as always, your host, Shannon. And today I'm gonna go over, character predictions for the upcoming Saw X slash Saw 10. From what we have gathered and stuff, it's gonna be a prequel since two of the main characters, I probably should have got them on here. Tobin Bell's John Kramer and Shawnee Smith's Amanda Young are in this movie, which is going to be like a prequel between Saw 1 and 2, I believe. One's kind of rumored, which I'll talk about, and then one, if you guys have seen Saw 1 and 2, his character is missing off of Saw 3 and stuff, but I want to be like CZ World, or somebody pointed it out, and I'm sure a bunch of us did as well, or called it, that in Saw 2 you get to see Dr. Lawrence Gordon. There's a character with a limp and stuff, and then you later find out in Saw 7 that he's alive and everything. Dr. Lawrence Gordon. But yeah. We get a trailer. Will we possibly get a trailer? July 28th, I will probably react to the teaser. Maybe I'll come up with a bunch of other predictions. Yeah. I mean, the de-aging technology has been really great so far. They've improved somewhat. So, maybe they could de-age, Mark Wahlberg if they wanted to include, I believe it was Eric Matthews from Saw 2. Right. But first I'm gonna focus on the one that's highly rumored, which I believe is true, but we will see. I mean, he's been talked about before. Yeah. Even though we've seen his character in flashbacks of how he came to be, I don't know how they could get him back. Unless there was another secret apprentice that could lead to this character's survival if they did a Saw 11 / after this. But you got my boy, Costas Mandylor. This was him in one of the Saw movies as a flashback, though. But like I just said, though, if you guys have seen Saw 7 / Saw 3D, spoilers, I guess, even though it's been 12 years ago or something, maybe. Or 10 or something. But his character, I don't know why I'm pointing on my screen for without the video camera thing. His character, Mark Hoffman, this was him in Saw 7. His character is left in a saw trap at the end of Saw 7 by the next guy that I'm going to talk about. So it's like this. Did Mark Hoffman survive? Right? The writers have stated he could have survived or he couldn't have, but you usually have to see a body or something to think that he's alive or dead, right? But if there's a secret apprentice besides Logan from Jigsaw, or a character that survived in the Saw in the film Spiral, maybe one of those could have helped him survive. Everybody thinks Hoffman is alive, but I don't know. It's been a long time since I watched the film Jigsaw, which ends around or after the event of the film Saw 3D / Costas' last Saw so far. And it's this. He's not on the wanted posters unless they made an alias or something. Or Detective Halloran, I believe, in the film Jigsaw, didn't ask or mention him. I don't know why I keep on pointing to my laptop when my video camera's not on. But they did not ask him either. I mean, he could have had some things on or going on of a current trip done by Logan Nelson or somebody. So I wonder, or are we gonna see, and again, are we gonna see him again after, like in Assault 11 or something, if they continue? Also, I don't know the timeline of this, but there is, I don't know who's doing it as well, but there's a maybe science fiction channel or Shudder or something. Or like if there's any updates, but there's gonna be a Saw TV show. I don't know about the timeline. If it's Saw, it's probably gonna be like either a DH, John Kramer or something, or if it's like a prequel, like in between these films, sort of like what Spiral did, Jigsaw did, which was, I believe, yeah, before the first film, leading up to like after 7 kind of thingy, or it could be like Saw 10, which is Saw X, which is rumored, which I think now it's highly confirmed that it's rumored to be between 1 and 2, I think, or 2 and 3. Which would make sense for either one of them. Because, like, you saw flashbacks in, I want to be like, Saw 4 or 5, maybe even 6. Of how Hoffman got involved. His character's sister got brutally killed and then, like, the law didn't do nothing. Or, like, gave the killer, like, 6 months or something in prison. And then he just took matters into his own hand. So, like, yeah. Right. But I wonder where they're going to show some, if he's in it. Just because, like, we've seen everything. Unless there's something else that, like, they're not showing. Or he has a quick, brief cameo. Flashbacks from the previous films that we've already seen before. Like I said, those flashbacks, like the sister getting murdered, whatever. And him taking matters into his own hands. Or it could be, if you guys have seen, like, The Godfather Part 2, for example, it could be like that, where it's a prequel and also a sequel. Like, pardon me. Robert De Niro plays a young Marlon Brando from the first movie. In the sequel, though, to The Godfather. But yeah. Which brings me, by the way, to the final guy right before I go. My voice kind of hurts. I'm hungry, even though it's almost 4:30 over here, but I got Tim Hortons earlier, which is another reason why I'm not on the screen too. Give me a second. Pardon me. Now, like, if we get, like, any more leaked Saw stuff, I will probably do breakdowns as well. If it's not, like, too nitty-gritty. Or else I would have put, Lawrence Gordon. But not speaking of Lawrence Gordon, though, Cary Elwes. This is, like, not what he looked like in Saw, but, like, there could have been, like, gross pictures, like his foot or whatever. I think he's gonna appear, but I don't know. He had some conflicting or scheduling issues or whatever with the creators of Saw. So, I don't really know. He's a fan favorite. Everyone was excited for him to be back. Even though I'm sure some of us knew. Like, at the beginning of Saw 2, I think it's at the beginning. There's somebody getting something stitched up. And, like, you see somebody in the John Kramer, like, hood with a limp. It's obvious it's him, right? And then, like, you would see later on in Saw 7 where it shows flashbacks to, like, that scene that I just talked about. That one. And previous other traps that he could have been involved in. That, Lawrence Gordon would have. But I definitely think Cary Elwes is going to be back. Maybe it's going to be footage, though. Like I just said, flashbacks. Or something. Maybe a few of the other characters, like I mentioned, you have Eric Matthews, Donnie Wahlberg, the son. Also, I wonder something. Now that I mentioned, like, the son, for example. Whatever happened to him? Daniel Matthews. Like, in Saw 7, there's a bunch of survivors at the beginning. Maybe we'll see them, though, in a future movie. Especially, like, if they go into the future. Because, like, the son would probably be, like, 20s or 30s now. So would the kid that survived Saw 3? Maybe some answers. Like, whatever happened to Bobby from Saw 7? Like, afterwards. Hoffman. Logan Nelson. The apprentice from Saw. There's a character named Eleanor that I believe survived the Jigsaw movie. Some people think she could have saved Hoffman. Will we see Dr. Lawrence Gordon again? / Carrie Ellis. Ellis? Yeah. Plus, like I said for the Hoffman thingy, de-aging is really great, unless they like used footage from the previous movies. Like, they may just have, like, the hooded scene, the one from Saw 2. If he's in it, and then flashbacks of Hoffman. De-age him. There was this show from, like, the 1990s with Costas in it, where he was a sheriff or deputy, so, like, they could, like, use that if it was previous Hoffman stuff before he became the detective that we know and love. Yeah. So, bye, guys. I am out of here. Please, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back again probably soon with, like, more Saw content and other fandoms as well.